nets here. So just try to keep it up as much as you can. But I mean, it's the bottom of the rink anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, you're good. Thank you, though.
As long as you don't mind being a Facebook star or a YouTube star.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another broadcast here on Cinnamons World. 2011 Nelson Penguins Elite. And they are taking on the 2011 Esmark Stars. And we are off. To start the game, we have Bowen, Schweitzer, and Goldberg. Bowen loses the puck to Esmark. Esmark dumps it back, gathered in by Zachy. Zachy dumps it to Goldberg. Goldberg tries to go in, but that's not. Schweitzer follows on and puts the puck in the corner, rimmed around, and Bowen in pursuit of the Penguins. Do battle against the boards. We got two aside. And Goldberg knocks it off the point to Zachy, who dumps it in, and Schweitzer goes in after. Rimmed around to the other side. Goldberg's going to step down. Esmark goes up to the winger, tips it, and back from the center. He's pressured by two streaking forwards. Came back and pressure. And into the Penguin zone. Zachy takes ownership. Looks up. Throws it up the middle. Cut off by one of the Esmark players. And Zachy pushes the player into the corner. Thrown out front. Tipped. Shot. One knocked aside by Bartley. Nice save by Colin there. The puck cut back directions. Was able to get his blocker down and stop that one. And now we do battle behind. Out from the corner comes Esmark. They cycle back down low again. Go behind the net to another player. Tries the center. That's interrupted. And up to the point they go. Goldberg's not able to get it out, though. Grabbed on by Esmark. 1-2, shot, saved by Bartley. Knocked to the corner. And up they come. Knocked to the point, held in by Esmark, though. And kicks to the center. Watch out. Almost a 3-on-1 there. Pens are just able to knock it out. And Esmark's going to dump it in and go for a change. So the Penguins with a tough first shift there. Really not able to sustain a lot of that pressure from Esmark. So Pens dump it down. We now have Lauren Siegel in pursuit behind the net. Siegel knocks it off the net, and he comes around. Head up, looks, goes to the point to Dixon. Dixon with a slapper. That's deflected once and goes behind the net. Grabbed by Lohr. Lohr surveys and isn't able to get it there. Followed on by Esmark, and up they come now. 2-on-1. Foligno back. Now Dixon steps up, knocks the puck away, and followed on by Siegel. Puck goes into the corner behind the net, centered out front. Bouncing puck. And out come the Penguins now. Baru from the other winger position comes up with a head of steam. Comes in 1-on-3. That puck's knocked off his stick. And rim to the point. Gets around Dixon. Foligno comes over from the other side and cuts off the player nicely. 12:16 to go. First period. Nothing. And again, battle along the boards right where the winger gets the puck. And down low goes Siegel in pursuit and behind. He takes a bump. Centering pass, wide open in front of the net. Once, twice, and they bury the puck. Penguins not working down low at all. Absolutely getting destroyed behind the net, and it's killing us. It's been two shifts, and they just can't get the puck out from behind the net. Their own net, and it results in a very quick goal from Esmark. Dicker steps in with Schaefer and Ladigan. And we've got Zachy and Kumnik. Kumnik goes up off the boards to Schaefer. Schaefer surveys, rims it in. And they go D to D, pressured by Ladigan, and out comes the puck. Esmark goes wide, dumps the puck behind the boards. Gathered on by Kumnik. He knocks up to Schaefer. Schaefer surveys, chips it up ahead. Here come the Penguins 2-on-1. Vickers has Ladigan in front. He surveys, backhand pass, sauce pass. Oh, it just goes wide. Great look there by the Penguins. Beautiful backhand pass by Vickers. Just not able to bury it. Ladigan throws it in front. Nobody there. Schaefer cut from in front of the net behind. Cut off now by Vickers. Schaefer's gathers on and knocked to one of the Esmark players. Esmark goes, dumps it up. Esmark player comes in 1-on-4 and just dumps it to the corner. And we'll go off for a change. And Penguins gather on, go up to Schaefer. Schaefer tips it. Nobody there, though, with the tip. And shot knocked wide. Bartley puts it in the corner. Ladigan takes a bump, goes face first into the boards. And 1-2 whacks. They knock it down ice. Not going to be far enough for icing. And the Penguins are going to make a line change. On net it is. And comes Schweitzer with the forecheck. And rimmed around nicely by the Esmark defenseman. Esmark goes up D to D, then to winger, cut off. Now Bowen in pursuit. They rim it around, wing it around again. Esmark seems to like directional breakouts. They go from one side to the other, then hit the weak side winger there, and out they come now. And Dixon does battle. That one's knocked in front, gathered on by Schweitzer. Schweitzer surveys, goes up to Bowen, not able to get it out again. And in he comes, 2-on-1, shot, save made by Bartley. Bartley seen a lot of rubber early here in this game. And up to Goldberg, that evades his stick. Now Bowen lifts the stick, but it goes to another winger for Esmark. Schweitzer back checks, and they dump it in. Gathered on by Dixon. Dixon surveys. Puck gets stuck on his feet. He gets rocked for his efforts. Wow. And now Esmark gathers the puck. They look down low. Bowen comes from his point position and lifts the stick of the streaking winger there. Nice play by Finn. And Esmark has to regather. Line change by the Penguins. And Goldberg chips it. Esmark chips it back. And gathered on by Foligno. Foligno chips it up. And right at the bench again where the Penguins are changing. And gathered on, blocked by Foligno there. Nice play to block that shot. And he's going to circle back behind his own net. And goes high up off the glass. Zips past Lohr. And a shot in off the glove of Dixon and just past the goaltender Bartley. Gathered on by Foligno. Now he surveys, looks once, twice. Throws it around. Gives him Lohr a pass to run into. He's not able to get there. And they throw it up. Stepped up by the Pens. Not able to hold it. And the Penguins are going to be offside. We've now... Sorry, we've got a booming voice next to us. So we've got Siegel, Lohr, and Baru currently on with Dixon, or excuse me, with Kumnik and Zachi. And steps for the face-off, won by Siegel. Backhand pass is intercepted. And in comes Esmark. Esmark with the pass across. Nicely blocked by Bartley to get his leg out there. And here come the Pens now. Back in the zone. Stepped up on by Siegel. And Kumnik intercepts that attempted pass. And in comes Siegel. As you can hear by his dad, he's pressuring him, pushing him to go. And out comes the puck to the point. Kumnik gathers, shoots it wide over to the other corner, and in goes Baru to gather on. Baru tried to go to Schaefer, but Esmark gathers it, and back they come 2-on-2. Excuse me. Chipped around Zachi into the corner. Shot knocked nicely by Bartley and held. We're going to get a whistle. 7:30 to go first period. Clock still running. There we go. Nope, still running. Clock! All right, so there we go. We've now got Vickers, Schaefer, and Ladigan, I believe. Ladigan with a nice pass up for Schaefer. Evades his stick. Schaefer looks, tries to center. Down low works. One aside battle. Ladigan comes over to help. Grabs the puck. And we've got 4 on the boards, just banging away, trying to get possession. Esmark does, knocks up to their winger, and back comes Esmark now. Dixon steps up, pinches the forward off of the boards, and back in the corner it goes. Puck rimmed around. Foligno's going to give chase. That's going to come all the way around. Ladigan's going to be able to grab it. He stops, circles back, surveys, spins back again, goes to Vickers, and cut off by Esmark. Pens need to use the center of their ice a little bit more for a breakout. They're constantly on the boards, and teams are just pinching them, absolutely burying them in their own zone. And that one's knocked up to center. I mean, there definitely needs to be some better execution, but I think they need to come off the boards a foot or two to just give themselves an avenue to be able to get out. So Esmark goes back. What I believe is Esmark's big score, Quinn Mitchell, I think is his name, comes up 2-on-1, knocked away, though, nicely by Kumnick. And he toe drags again, tries to come in. Now this one shot big. Save there by Colin Bartley. That one gets knocked aside, and Esmark centers. Comes up to the point. Bowen in pursuit. That one's battled for aside. Bowen gets it, chips it up to Goldberg, and back comes Esmark. Bowen steps up on Mitchell, knocks him back, and they come in offside. No whistle, though. It's going to be held by Bartley. No whistle. There we go. 5:35 to go. First period, 1-0 Esmark. It's been absolutely all Esmark. I don't think the Penguins have gotten a shot yet in this first period. Absolutely flat right now, not moving their feet at all. So let's see if they can wake up and get into it. Schweitzer wins that one, goes back and takes the face-off himself, the puck himself, and up he comes. Beats one, tries to get by the second, not able to do so. Bowen chips it up, and nobody there at the point. Now Schweitzer chips it forward. Goldberg and Schweitzer come in 2-on-1. Schweitzer head up, looks, goes wide, drives, passes to Goldberg, off a stick, and then just hit wide by the stick of Goldberg there. Beautiful opportunity that he just wasn't able to go in the net. And now it's rimmed around again. Goldberg in pursuit. They're going to whip it around again. Esmark is going to rim it around and go opposite direction every time. They've done it on every single breakout, and out they come again. Pens need to keep a high guy on that side to be able to cut off that free outlet pass whenever they change directions. And in comes Schweitzer. Schweitzer goes up to Goldberg. That's knocked in, allegedly onside. And back down it goes. This time it's directions changed by Zachi. Zachi changes direction again. Head up, goes to Goldberg. Goldberg looks, chips it to the point, and held in by Esmark. Goldberg follows on, chips it forward, and to the point. Attempted drop. Bowen with the push. He comes around. Bowen in 1-on-2. He looks to go around, gets tripped. Stick in the legs, no call, and back comes Esmark. They dump it down and around, gathered on by Kumnick. Kumnick surveys, looks, comes with speed, passes his winger, decides to keep going, has an avenue, and up he comes. Head up, looks, surveys, goes wide, goes to Lohr in front, cut off by the back-checking center, and sent back to center red. Baru dumps it back down to Lohr. Lohr goes back to Baru. Baru surveys. I guess Kumnick's now holding his forward position, and up come the Pens. That one's knocked away from Lohr, followed on by Siegel. Siegel gets dropped. No call, and back goes Esmark. Lohr in pursuit, Baru in pursuit. They chip it up and around, and out comes Esmark. Esmark's had a very easy time on their breakout today. They're a very smart team moving the puck and getting it out. 3:25 to go, first period. Baru up to Vickers. Vickers to Lohr. And Lohr surveys, tries to go to Vickers. Intercepted. Dumped in by Dixon. And now pressured by Ladigan. Up to center red. Back to the blue line. Gathered on by Dixon, who blows a tire. Is able to regain his skate there and fight off two pressuring Esmark players. And that one's going to be far enough for icing. So 2:49 to go, 48 to go, excuse me. No. 2:48 to go, first period. And let's see if the Penguins can get their first shot on net here. They've had two very good opportunities and weren't able to tap them in. They've not put any rubber on the Esmark goaltender as of yet. So this has been very lopsided. We've got Vickers, Schaefer, and Ladigan with Kumnick and Zachi. And that one's won by Esmark, and they throw it up the boards, gathered on by Schaefer, dumped around, and Ladigan in pursuit. He does battle with one of the Esmark's defensemen, and up and out it comes. Headman pass, and 1-on-2. Schaefer with a nice back check, or no, yeah, that was Schaefer, excuse me. Forces a dump into the corner, which Kumnick grabs, taken off his stick, out in front, shot, score! 2 on what is probably Esmark's. Yeah, it looks like it's about their 11th shot or 12th shot of the period. So, Penguins continue to not move their feet in this first period and are getting absolutely throttled by a team that should be a very competitive game. And it's not been close. So, let's see. We've got a dump up there to center red, pressured by Ladigan. Ladigan comes in. That puck's knocked off his stick and regrouped by Esmark. Go up to their wingers. See, using the center of the ice there, they're able to find streaking players and really come up with speed against us. Stepped up on there by one of the Esmark defensemen. Now on by Vickers. Vickers down to Schaefer. Schaefer turns, looks. Vickers goes for a line change. The Pens are short in the zone. Now Goldberg comes in. He follows on. Schaefer still has the puck. Circles around. Looks. Back in the corner. Surveys again. And taken by Esmark out. They come now 4-on-2. One of them peels off the bench. 3-on-2. And pass high. Deflected by the defenseman who stepped up there nicely. Was Kumnick. Schweitzer in behind now. He pressures. Goldberg, head up, looks, surveys, chips it up, tries to chip it up to Bowen, doesn't get it there. Followed on by Zachi, who throws it to the corner now. Bowen comes in pursuit. He knocks the puck off the stick once. Comes back again. Nice maneuver there by the defenseman. Pressured by Schweitzer. Gathered on by Goldberg now. He dumps it in and thrown right back to center red. Schweitzer in with pressure. Bowen misses it and out. The nice move there by Dixon, gathered on by Schweitzer. Schweitzer circles, surveys, looks, goes to Bowen. Bowen cuts inside, hits it off the skate, looks, and down in the corner. Goes to Schweitzer there. Schweitzer goes back to Bowen. Bowen now Schweitzer. Pass out front. Goldberg had his stick lifted though. Gathered on by Foligno, who comes down low. He's covered on by two players. There we go. Bowen stays back now. Schweitzer looks, surveys, circles again, beats one. Knocked off his stick by the second, though. And up to the blue line. Bowen with a tip, goes back to Foligno. Foligno surveys, chips it up to Goldberg. Not able to hold it, though. And regroup will Esmark. That's going to do it for the first period. And after a lackluster performance here, the Penguins are going to look to get something going in the second period. We will be back with you momentarily after the intermission. All right, we are back. Don't mind the heads in your living room there. And Siegel, Lauren, Baru now on. Baru steps up, chips it in. Siegel in pursuit. Lohr cutting in front, but Esmark with four down low. Gathered on by Dixon. Swung around to Siegel. Siegel up front. Good look. Baru with a shot. That one goes wide. And gathered on by Siegel. Siegel gathers on. Sorry, I can't get away from this loud maniac next to me. Anyways, Baru now in pursuit, bumped up, and out comes Esmark. Esmark comes in, shot wide, rims around, gathered on by Vickers. Vickers surveys, chips it up to Lord. Lord looks, goes off the first, and held in again. Back goes the puck to Dixon. He rims it around to Baru. Baru does battle now, and Foligno goes to the point, skipped wide, and in comes Esmark now. Working front, pass out front, gathered on nicely by Foligno, who steps up. He's going to go chip it up to Baru as the head of steam try to come in, not able to get there. And around the net they go. Up to their winger, chipped in the middle, and gathered on by the Penguins there nicely. Schaefer's dancing with the puck, gets a shot, gloved and held by the Esmark goaltender. So the Pens able to get a couple shots now here early in the second period to hopefully get a little confidence and start getting moving, because they have not moved their feet thus far this game, and it really has shown. Vickers, Ladigan, and Schaefer still out there with Kumnik and Zachi. Vickers steps in. That one's one to the corner by Esmark. They go around, swing it, and pressured by Ladigan. Ladigan's not able to win that battle, though, but he comes back and fights, keeps going, lifts the player's stick, takes it off of him, and now Esmark gains possession again. Dumped in, stopped by Kumnik. And survey, pass, attempted pass, fanned on. Now it's stuck in feet, comes out to Ladigan. That one's dumped up. Vickers comes up with a head of steam. That one's knocked off his stick and back to center red. No ice ruled by the official. And Kumnik will gather on behind the net. So the Pens are going to go D to D. There we go. Survey go cross ice with a nice breakout. That one missed the stick, but much better chance there. Much better look to get out of the zone. Pressured by Schaefer. That one bounces off. Brought back in by Esmark, so no offsides. And the Pens in pursuit. Schaefer holds it, looks, goes down low to Vickers. Vickers spins out, goes in front, but nobody there. Now gathered on by Schaefer again. Shot blocked. Vickers fights for it, not able to be gathered in, and out comes Esmark. Nice play by Goldberg there to back check and stop the attempted centering pass, and he dumps in, and in go the Penguins now. Bowen in pursuit. He beats the man. And now followed on by Schweitzer. Schweitzer gets tripped coming out from behind the net. Still fires a shot. And bodies aside. Schweitzer in front. Not able to get a shot off. Schweitzer looks. Still surveys. Gets bumped. Bowen on now. He comes down and cuts to the middle. Shot. Held and gloved by the Esmark goaltender. All right, so the Penguins working much harder down low, generating offense and getting some more actual life out of this team. We got Foligno and Dixon still with Goldberg, Schweitzer, and Bowen. 2-0, 11:50 to go, second period. Penguins starting to show some signs of life after what can only be described as one of their worst first periods or periods of hockey this year. And Bowen dumps it around, and goes Schweitzer and Goldberg, brimmed back up, held by Bowen. Bowen tries to go to the point. That's intercepted. Foligno steps up, gets knocked by him, and back comes Esmark now. 2-on-1, shot, block. Puck won by Esmark. In comes Esmark. Gathered on by Foligno. Chipped up to Siegel. Siegel chips it up and just misses Baru. Far enough for icing. The Pens have had opportunities, just haven't been able to bury them, and Esmark has been able to take advantage of theirs. Biggest difference, I'll say, between the opportunities is the Pens were looking to make nice backdoor passes and had missed, whereas Esmark is putting the puck on the net, and it's generating goals for them. All right, Pens win the puck. Stepped up on by the defenseman. And not held in, but there's a pile up now on the boards. Knocked in offsides, and we'll have a face-off. In steps, we've got Siegel, Baru, and Lore. One by Esmark, and stepped up on by Baru. Siegel takes ownership. He drives wide, knocks it behind the net. Lore in pursuit. He chips it to the point, and back comes Esmark, though. Back comes Esmark with some speed. Kumnik drives the player wide, shot into the belly and held by Bartley. Was a tricky little shot there that was up in the air and kind of fluttering, so nice job by Colin to hold on to it. Schaefer, Vickers, Ladigan, Dixon, and... No, I'm sorry. Kumnik and Zachi. Schaefer pushes this one up. Out comes Schaefer and Ladigan. Chipped up to Ladigan. And he comes now. Drives wide. Stops. And taken away by Esmark. Esmark throws across ice to Kumnik. Kumnik dumps it in. Excuse me. And the Penguins in pursuit. Up to the point. And held in there. They will have to go back and gather in. Will Esmark. And held in nicely there by Dixon. Schaefer dances, shot over the net, into the corner. Vickers in pursuit. And around goes the puck. And nice outlet there from behind the net. And back comes Esmark. They drive wide, knocked to the corner by Foligno. Behind the net and pressured by Vickers. Vickers gets boarded from behind. Absolutely brutal play there with no call. But they got the icing call, so we got what's important apparently in this game. The icing and not the boarding from behind face first. Wow. All right, 9:30 to go. Second period. 3-0 Esmark Stars. Schweitzer, Goldberg, and Bowen. Foligno and Dixon. Won by the Pens, chipped up to Goldberg, and Goldberg gathers on. Held on by Esmark, not once but twice, and dumped back in again. Around comes, they go D to D, chip it up to Bowen. Bowen surveys, looks, goes high off the board, off the Esmark helmet, and into the bench. Schweitzer steps in. There's a pile up. Bowen knocks it forward. And back to the blue line they come. Esmark tries to dump it in, blocked by Foligno. Foligno with a head of steam. He's going to go. Here we go. 3-on-2. Foligno drives wide. Looks. In behind the net. Circles around. Tries to go to the point. That one's cut off. Goldberg comes over. Gathered in by Schweitzer, who was covering from center position. Pens are trying to get back onside. Gathered on by Bowen now. Bowen goes backhand to Dixon. Dixon looks, surveys, he dumps in. And in go the Pens. Schweitzer digs in the corner. And we have another whistle. 8:26 to go, second period. Sorry, it feels like it's been such a long game that it would be the third period already, but we're just about halfway through, and Esmark is up 3-0. Pens have showed signs of life here, but not much more than signs at this point. Not able to put any consistency together, and just generally look to not be moving their legs particularly hard. So let's see what happens. We've got Peru, Siegel, and Lore with Kumnik and Zachi. That one's going to be dumped down for icing. And it gets there, and we have icing. Esmark doesn't like the lack of effort by the Penguins to get the puck and are yelling at the officials. Oh, they did call a penalty somewhere. So there was a penalty against Esmark in that last play that I missed. I'm sorry. I looked down at the computer for a second. I thought they just shot it on net and it was held. So they got the puck and iced it, but yeah, the officials were called over because they didn't run the clock. So they're going to run it now for a set number of seconds. Looks like 4. And okay, so the Penguins are back to the power play now. Eagle steps in. One to the corner, and Kumnik gathers on. Goes D to D. Zachi shot right into the belly of the defenseman, and here they come now. Kumnik comes back. He is able to cut it off, and Esmark throws it back. Breakaway chance. He couldn't hit him. Lohr tried. Wasn't able to get it there. Chips it back to Siegel. Nice little pass by Lohr there. And into the corner. Pens need to calm down and set up their power play. They go to the point. Kumnik shot high, wide, behind the net. Gathered on behind, though, by Baru. Baru surveys. He comes all the way to the point with it. Goes high, circles, comes back in, looks. Shot block goes to Siegel, though. Siegel makes a move, not able to get by. And out to center red. Baru gathers on. He circles around. Goes back the other direction. Hits Kumnik. Kumnik comes in. And stepped up on by Esmark now. Lohr goes into work. Oh, Lohr takes a nice bump there. And out to the point. Kumnik looks. Shot. Hits somebody in front. And off to the corner. Zachi gathers on. He dumps it down. Rim it around. And Esmark looks to come out. Pressured by Siegel. Siegel to Lohr. Lohr tried to make the pass to Baru. Not able to do so. And into the corner it goes. Back to Baru. Baru spins around, guards the puck. Lohr comes down in front to him. He's not able to get a shot off. He circles back again behind the net. In front to attempted pass in front to Vickers. Held at the point by Zachi, and now out the center red it goes. They dump it back into Lohr, and Lohr takes a hit. Up comes the puck to Zachi. Zachi dumps it in. And back behind the net it goes. Penguins in pursuit. Esmark will just ice it and get a whistle. 6:15 to go, second period. Vickers, Schaefer, Ladigan, Foligno, and Dixon. Vickers steps in. And fought for, gathered on by Ladigan. That one's put into the corner. Ladigan in pursuit. He gets the puck, goes around to Vickers. Vickers goes in front. Missed Ladigan by a hair there. Almost had a nice give and go. So it's just a hair off. Schaefer in pursuit now. He does battle with the winger. The winger comes out with the puck, centers it up, and out they come on their breakout. And still battling for it to the open blindside guy. That shot wide. Vickers chips it up, and just to the point, held on. Ladigan blocks the attempted shot. Goes wide to his defenseman, up front to Schaefer, just off his stick, and down into the corner it goes. Pens missed by a hair there, having a breakaway, and that's what they need to do. If you want to start to stretch these teams out that want to pull 2 and 3 guys at the blue line and dare you to chip the puck past them, just chip it to center red. Bowen takes a hit. He gets it up to the point. So we're seeing the physicality of the game start to step up here. And offside on Esmark. Officials are going to let them go through the puck, so the Penguins need to be aware of that and make sure they have their head up and are ready for body checks because they're coming. Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen. That one's won by Esmark. They go D to D, off the boards, and into the Penguin zone. Stepped up on by Foligno. Foligno, Goldberg chips it around. Goldberg gets bumped out, knocked into the official, and Esmark gains position because of it. Frustrating play there. Goldberg had a step up to Bowen. Bowen takes on the backhand, looks. He stepped up on, puck's knocked to the corner. Schweitzer in pursuit, and they go wide side around. Goldberg into the corner now. And Bowen comes over from the other side, gets a shot, shoots that one high and wide. Into the corner it goes. Schweitzer steps up. Dixon has it. Now he's going to take a far shot. That gets blocked. And out comes Esmark now. They chip it up and around and try to run him behind a Foligno from his other position, the other defensive side positions there. And he goes up the boards. He goes to Goldberg. Goldberg goes to Schweitzer. And back comes Schweitzer now, 1-on-3. Bowen joins the play. And now we're back at 4 aside. Goldberg shot high and wide. And into the corner goes the puck. Esmark gathers it and throws it down for icing. 3:50 to go, second period. Let me catch that. Won by Esmark. Esmark goes around. They go up to the winger, and out they come. Pressured by Siegel. Siegel gets stick lifted, and Esmark goes back to their D. Pressured by Lore. Nice interference run there by one of the Esmark defensemen. Up to the blue line and in offsides. 3:28 to go, second period. Won by the Pens, gathered on by Baru. Baru goes to Lore, and knocked back to the defenseman, up to Siegel. And Siegel steps up nicely there, but back to center red it goes. Zachi gathers, surveys, chips it to Siegel. Siegel goes back, looks, and not able to keep possession of it. He gets cross-checked from behind, knocked face first into the boards, and gathered on by the Penguins. Kupnik goes back, surveys. He gets his stick lifted and now bought it into the corner. And up to Lore. Lore loses it in his feet. Now gobbled up by 3 Esmark players, and out comes the puck. Kupnik goes wide. And he's going to keep going, keeps pushing, drives, gets knocked off his stick, and he holds it in again. They do battle aside, and gathered on by Esmark. Out comes Esmark now, the center red, chipped up. And in comes Esmark. Wide far shot, gobbled up and held by Bartley. So the Penguins able to muster some action early in this period, but have since cooled off and not really been able to generate a whole lot as far as shots go. Vickers steps in. Won by the Pens. Foligno surveys. He goes up and off the netting, so we'll face off back to the right of Bartley again. Vicker steps in again. That one's one back. Shot held by Bartley. And another face-off, 2:11 to go, second period. Vickers wins this one to Foligno. Foligno goes up to the point, held, and dumped back down. Ladigan surveys, goes back to Foligno. Foligno comes back. He surveys, still goes with it, goes up high, and back to center red. Not going to be far enough for icing, and we've got Ladigan in pursuit. That one's rimmed around and fought on the boards. Back to center and knocked back to Foligno. Foligno looks, backhand pass up to Ladigan. Ladigan goes over to Schaefer. Schaefer goes over to Vickers. Vickers shot just wide of the net. Had a slice there, had a view, just missed it. But nice passing there by the Penguins to go completely from the left side of the ice to the right to generate. Dixon comes in now. He beats two-man, tries to pass down low. That gets knocked away. Pass in front again, gathered on by Ladigan. One shot, rebound, knocked to the point. Foligno hits one of the Esmark players, and they're going to ice the puck. So 1:06 to go, second period. Penguins generate a little offense there. Let's see if they can roll with that and get one here before the end of the second period to give themselves a little life. Schweitzer, Bowen, Goldberg step on. Kumnik, Zachi on the defensive side. Schweitzer steps in. And that one's one behind the net. And around comes Esmark. They change direction and try to go up high and are able to get it out. And then comes Esmark now, 2-on-2. Shot held by Bartley, dropped by Bartley. Sorry, stopped it. It came down out to the point. Shot blocked by Schweitzer over the corner to Kumnik. And in behind comes Schweitzer now to gather on. Schweitzer looks, cuts into the middle. He looks, surveys, goes, tries to go to cross ice to Bowen. That hit a shin pad. Dump back in offside with 31 seconds to go. Lots of O's, but it was a good 3 feet offside. So I saw it coming before it was even over the line. Yeah, apparently you're not allowed to make correct calls for your official position. Anyways, in steps Schweitzer. And one back to Zachi. Zachi surveys, looks, blocked off. And they do battle against the board. Schweitzer steps back, looks, goes up to, almost hits Kumnik, and now Kumnik goes up and knocked right back in again. And they come. Cut to the center. Shot wide of the net. 3 seconds to go. 2-1. Puck's going to die on the side of the net. And that'll do it for the second period. Welcome back to third period action. We've got Siegel, Lohr, and Baru with Dixon and Foligno. Puck comes back to Foligno. He surveys, looks, goes up the boards. No icing. Baru in pursuit now. He comes down. Nice play there to knock the puck off the man. And Siegel now battles. Lore comes over, and out comes Esmark now. They're going to dump it in and go in and gather. Pens, Foligno gathers it. He gets cut off behind the net, taken away. Now taken away from him by Siegel with a nice little play, and Lore gathers on. Lore chips it up, out, and goes to Baru. Baru comes in one-on-one, looks, moves, goes across. Puck knocked off his stick, and all the way down, going to be far enough for racing. And it's on net, played by Bartley, so Dixon gathers on. He throws it up to Lore, kicks off his stick, and out comes Esmark. And Vickers with a nice back check, takes that puck off. Esmark comes in offside. 13:42 to go, third period. Puck won by Esmark. They go D to D. And out. Gathered on by, held in by Ladigan. Vickers follows on though. Nice play there to get the puck. Throws it in front. Chip to the corner. And Schaefer in pursuit. He chips it around. And nobody home now. Esmark's going to have an easy out. Pens over pursued a little bit there. That's going to be an icing. There it is. 13:09 to go, third period. Faceoff's going to be to the left of the Esmark goaltender. Vickers steps in. That one's won to the corner by Esmark. Pressured by Ladigan and Vickers in there. Oh, Ladigan gets tackled. And there's not going to be a call there. Schaefer follows on. Back behind to Ladigan. He surveys. And we do battle again. Schaefer follows on. Just knocked off his stick. And back comes Esmark. Stepped up on by Kumnik. Not held in, but knocked back out again. Vickers covering, though. He steps up. Nice little move there. Shot. Knocked aside by Bartley into the corner. And up and out of play. Schweitzer, Bowen, Goldberg, Dixon, and Foligno. Schweitzer steps in. Wins that one to Foligno. Foligno does battle. And goes in front of the net to Dixon. Dixon goes around his net. Surveys. Still looks. And cut off by Esmark. Knocked back down. Schweitzer gathers on. He chips it up to the blue line. Not out, though. And back into the corner it goes. Schweitzer down low, gathers on. Goes to Goldberg. Goldberg comes with a head of steam. He's got his man beat. Pens have a 2-on-1. Bowman's cutting to the net. Goldberg pass, hits off the defender, hits off the skater. He's not able to gather it in, and back comes Esmark again. Gathered on. Nice little pass there by Goldberg. Just hit the defender's shin pad, though, and knocked weirdly into Bowen's feet. Let's see. Puck knocked in. Foligno gathers. Goes back around. And out comes Foligno with the head of steam. He goes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer gathers on. Dumps it in. And Goldberg goes in and chases. That one's on the bench. Too many men by Esmark, but the Pens had that earlier, so they're going to let that go again. And Dixon surveys. Goes up to Bowen. Pressured by in the front Goldberg. Goldberg shot, hits the post and goes wide. Golden opportunity number 2 on this shift for the Penguins that they're not able to capitalize on in front. That one's knocked back, and here comes one of the Esmark defensemen with a head of steam. He's got wheels. Back comes Dixon. He does fight, overcomes Zachi there nicely. and out to Bowen. Bowen surveys, looks, he has Goldberg wide, goes to him, bounced off the boards. Goldberg with a step. Can he get there? He can't. And Schweitzer in pursuit. They rim it up and around. And to the point, not held in, but gathered on by Zachi. Zachi goes back, just missed Lure. And in they come again. 10:30 to go. Third period. Esmark fakes one side, goes the other like they have most of the game. The Pens seem to be catching on to that breakout now, though. And Baru in pursuit behind the net. Fought off nicely by the defender. Up the center of the ice they go. Gathered on by Zachi. And Zachi fans on his pass, but then comes up. Go Baru. Go Eric Grayson Baru, sorry. He surveys, goes to the point to his defenseman. Shot there. That one's blocked to the corner. Pens looked like they had something cooking there, and it just kind of dissolved. Kumnik battles on. That's knocked ahead, though. In comes Esmark one-on-one. Zachi goes wide. Knocks the player to the corner nicely. Lost an edge, though. Player still keeps moving. Stepped up on once, twice, and in comes Kumnik. Kumnik's got a step. He's got Baru. Doesn't go to him. Baru is offsides. .9:34 to go. Third period. All right, so we've got Vickers, Schaefer, and Ladigan with Foligno and Dixon on the D pairing. And out comes Esmark. Foligno steps up, holds that one out of the zone, and now they come back 2-on-2. Pass behind Schaefer. He's not able to gather it. Dixon holds it in again, and Schaefer dumps it around, and in go the Penguins now. Schaefer nicely knocks the puck off the stick, gathered on by Vickers. Vickers looks, tries to come on front. He does! Goal by Alex Ladigan. Nice work down low by the Penguins there to get one on the board finally. And let's see if this can give them some life, because they have not had much thus far in this game. Have had about a total of 5 shifts where they look like they've actually done anything out there. So let's see if they can continue that now and build upon it. 9:04 to go, third period. 3-1 Esmark. Puck dumped in. Ladigan now with a jump. Look at those wheels. He comes in. Goes around. Foligno steps up. He's going to hold that one in at the point. Surveys. Goes back down low. And circled back around by Esmark. They find their winger, and up they come now 2-on-2. They throw it up. And Foligno pushes the player wide, knocks it back. Followed on, though, by another Esmark player. In front goes 2 players down and gathered on by Schaefer. Schaefer has room. He decides to take it. Goes cross ice. And that one bounced over the stick of Vickers. Great idea there. Nice play. Way to look. Take your time. Survey. Don't panic. Puck just kind of bounced on him. So Schaefer, Dixon do battle to a side. Schaefer gathers it on. Looks in front. Throws it to the net. Knocked aside by the Esmark goaltender. This time Goldberg comes over. And held in again by Schweitzer. Schweitzer does battle down low. This one's held in the corner. And we got Schaefer and Schweitzer here. Out in front of Goldberg. Looks, shot, score! There we go. 3-2 Penguins. Let's start to roll, boys. So that's 2 shifts in a row where they've shown some life. And they're able to get 2 goals on it. So Goldberg with the goal there. Schweitzer back checks, knocks it away. Bowen comes up. He does battle, and back into the zone it goes, gathered on by Kumnik. Kumnik goes D to D, goes up to Goldberg. Goldberg chips it up, and cut off by Esmark. And that one's thrown in by everybody. And Kumnik goes back. He surveys, looks, taken away by Esmark. And rimmed around. Zachi looks. He goes up to Bowen. Bowen stepped up on by Esmark, not able to get it out. Up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer goes. He chips it up to the point and knocked back in again. So Penn's having a lot of trouble getting out of the zone now. 6:56 to go, third period. Esmark shot high, held, knocked to the corner. And Schweitzer down low from his center position, working hard. He looks, goes to Bowen. Bowen gets it up, goes over to Goldberg. Just a little bit inside. Goldberg wasn't able to take that one cleanly. Esmark goes up and off the boards. Back on Esmark now. Stepped up on by Siegel. Jumped all the way back from behind the red line. Should have been icing. Waved off, though. This one goes to Bowen. Bowen looks, surveys. Goes to Siegel. Stepped up on there. And back and out it goes. Bowen comes over. He steps up. Blocks that shot. Gathered on. Rimmed back around. Zachi finds it. He chips it up. Baru goes to Goldberg. Goldberg goes to Siegel. Siegel goes to Bowen. Back to Siegel. Followed on by Baru. Baru goes to Dixon. Dixon looks, shot high, off the glove of the goaltender, just over the net. Lohr in pursuit now. Siegel tries to go in front. He comes out from the corner. He has a chance. Shot once. Rebound. And Siegel's going to get knocked out of his keystone. Now Baru doing battle with somebody. He gets a... That's 1, 2, 3 whacks in front. Apparently 3 are free. You'll have to pay for the 4th one. Hope you can hear anything I'm saying, because I can't hear it in my own... We've got a rather excited parent here. 39 to go, third period. 3-2 Esmark. Foligno with a shot, blocked. And out comes Esmark. Pens have not gotten many shots through from the point. They've been all blocked just about, except for about 2 or 3 that I can think of. And there's going to be a penalty here. So after many body checks against the boards and people going face first, they're going to call a clean step up. Or maybe not a clean, but compared to the other ones, a little bit cleaner step up against the Penguins here. So we've got Ladigan and Vickers with 5:25 to go. Foligno and Dixon. Puck one, big win there by the Pens. Foligno surveys, goes off the glass, beats the first 2 guys, but not the third. Shot knocked away. Ladigan surveys. He's going to get it back to center red, and should not have been icing because he didn't hold the blue line. I mean, didn't get to the red line. Literally just went to the center of the ice as opposed to where the puck went. Turned the wrong direction, but they'll give it to him. Young, smart player there to turn the opposite direction of the puck and get the icing call. That one's won cleanly to the point, all the way in the opposite corner. Ladigan with a diving play isn't able to do it, but Foligno gets the puck. He's going to get it. He gets knocked down. He's battling against 2, comes out with it, though. Great work by Dino Foligno there. Goes to Vickers in the middle. Vickers has a step. He keeps going. Can he get there? Push. Enzo's fired. He's going. Gets into the corner. He gets bodied up. He gets dumped. A hook and a turn, but, you know, we're going to worry about the 35-pound kid bumping into another one. Nice move there at the blue line by Esmark. Good stick there by Zachi to knock that one to the corner. And puck is still in the corner. They go out to the point, does Esmark. Slap shot, going to get tipped once. And goes into the corner, around. Comes up, Schweitzer with push. And we've got a whistle. Looked like that came out and went back in. So 24 seconds ago, in the penalty. 4:19 to go in the third period. Gumnick takes it, throws it back to center. Throw it back in, D to D. Zachi looks. Tries to go to Schaefer. That's blocked and sent back to center red. In comes one of the defensemen trying to get dance, gets knocked to the corner. He throws it in front. Big rebound. It's not able to be buried, luckily. Kind of took a weird hop on there. And out for the net they come. Stuffed attempt number 1. Blocked. Shot. This is Schweitzer with the bounce pass, the board pass, and it's going to be an icing. Right idea. Got to be careful when you put those bounce passes on the boards like that, especially down low, because the ice can be a little chipped, and you don't get the bounce you expect, and that one just kept going straight the entire time. Schweitzer steps in, won by Esmark, thrown into the corner, and gathered on by Foligno. Knocked away by Esmark. Foligno again faces 2. Schweitzer gathers in. And Schweitzer takes his time, goes up to Goldberg, stepped up. Goldberg chips it around. Tries to go over to Bowen. Not able to do so. Dumped in by Esmark. And rimmed around. Gathered on by Schweitzer. Schweitzer comes up with a head of steam. Cuts the middle. Cuts again. Chips it off the boards to Bowen. Bowen with a head of steam. Comes up. Sauce pass to Goldberg in front. Knocked away. Schweitzer. Shots! Just one! A fraction there. Right idea, but not able to put it home. Foligno goes D to D. Dixon with the big shot coming. Here it goes. Shot! Off one. Players laying on top of each other in front there. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing there was some sort of cross-check there, or push from behind, because 2 Penguin players just were absolutely buried and laying on their face. 1 shot, 2 shot, gathered on by Foligno, knocked back into the corner. Up to Bowen. Bowen shows up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer has Goldberg. Backhand pass, hits Goldberg. He cuts, looks. Knocked off his stick. Schweitzer looks, gets knocked off his stick, taken around, played out nicely. Up to the corner, Goldberg steps over, 1-2, uh-oh, here they come, 2-on-2 now. He's got a step, backhand shot, knocked to the corner. And up comes Zachi. Zachi turns, guides the putt, knocks it into the corner. And Zubato comes to Kumnik. Kumnik shot, hits a defender, blocked again. Esmark has done a great job at not letting any shots come through to the point, from the point. That one's knocked up. Oh. That one's knocked around and going to be called on an icing. Too many men play has happened 2 times for each side, so to be upset about it not being called, but it's happened both sides. .120 to go. We've got Siegel, Vickers, Baru. All right, puck is finally dropped. Baru to the point, not able to get there though. Dixon does battle now. Esmark throws in front, straight to Foligno. Foligno goes up to Baru, and it was behind him. They weren't quite on the same page. Baru cut to the center. Foligno thought he was going out. So Dixon now. Siegel has it. He dumps it in. Baru comes in pressure. He goes in now, gathered on by Siegel. Siegel out front to Vickers. Now Baru hits a skate, goes wide. In comes Schweitzer. Goaltender pulled, 40 seconds to go. Siegel surveys, goes in front. Shot, high and out. Just clears the zone. Beautiful work. Way to generate something down low. We got a penalty call? No, okay, they're going to get the puck. All right. Eagle with the puck now. Cuts in. High up in the air, knocked away in the corner. Gathered on. Schweitzer gathers in, goes down low to Siegel. We got 3 behind the net. Nobody in front. Siegel comes out. Puck's laying. Schweitzer gathers. Goes to the point. Dixon rims it around. Gathered on by nobody. It's too hard. 10 seconds left. Esmark's going to fire it down. Back to center. That's going to do it. Back in come the Pens. 4 seconds. 3. And your Penguins are going to lose the Esmark Stars 3-2. Described as a one-period effort by the Penguins. And they were still almost able to completely nullify that in the third period. So let's hope today's second game has a little bit more effort through 3 periods. So thanks for joining us for the broadcast. We'll see you again this afternoon.